I got featured in the most recent Block Techo reel. Did you guys see
You
that?
did.
Did you guys see me?
Oh, really? I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Tell me when you see me, if you see me. I would
Where,
be
what
very
what are we
interested.
looking at?
Block Techo, and then look at their latest reel. And I'm gonna send you a photo. Don't have to look at it right now, but I want to know what you guys think of what might have happened on that project. But in the meantime,
Their latest reel.
their latest
What
reel.
inspired you to invest so much in landscape education?
That sounds like it was it.
We recognize
Yeah,
the
that's the
importance
one.
of educating contractors.
I can't find it.
Did you
I
watch the whole
found it.
thing? I'm very early in it.
Okay, so I didn't see the start. I didn't. Then I missed you.
Okay, you missed me because it was just my feet.
So what? Why were your feet in this reel?
I have no idea. But I was
How do you
featured
know they're
in
your
there
feet?
because it's my video. So
Oh,
if
How
you
did
go to when the geotextile is being installed, that's
okay.
my video.
so? How
Did
did
they
they get a
ask
hold
you?
of? How did they get a hold of your video?
I have no idea. It must be a reel on my page on my I am a hardscaper page or something.
You should message them and be like, "Yo,
I posted a comment. I said thanks for featuring my feet, and then they, what do? You add somebody as a collaborator or something on the
yeah,
reels. So they did that afterwards, and I accepted it, and it got posted to my page.
yeah,
So now I'm getting people's comments on it and stuff.
yeah." That's I. If I invite people as collaborators, it gets posted to both our pages.
I had no idea.
Yeah,
So now I got like all these people commenting on it, and then somebody said who offers rebates. Great video. I still think permacon is conperm is the best stone out there for the value. Right on the block tech reel.
so where is the? So I'm gonna look up the I am a hardscaper page.
Okay.
Um, and now I can see the reel here.
Yeah, it's the latest reel because I barely post on the page anyways.
There's
So
23. There's 23 comments. Oh,
yeah.
is this is this because the reel is shared on both pages?
Yeah, well, no,
Okay,
they posted it today, so I don't know where the comments came from, but
it must be on both.
yeah.
Content is fire lately. Learn, learn. People keep saying learn. Why is everyone commenting learn?
I like because they said in the post to comment learn and you'll get a free resource or something like that. But I like the idea of posting on somebody on a manufacturer's reel saying, I like this other manufacturer better.
Oh, yeah,
That's a great idea.
yeah. Well, maybe if I'm gonna reply to this comment and say I at Tackleblock. So I'm commenting on this saying maybe if Tackleblock offered a $350 cash rebate before the end of July, things it would be better.
And then I just sent you guys a couple of photos. I just got this today. A Somebody reached out to me, said that they said the part of their patio caved in and we're wondering if I could do a lift and relay of it.
Caved
And
in.
when I get that, I think like, oh, there's some pavers that are maybe sunk a little. So I asked them, can you send me a photo? And they sent me that. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll get a visual, and maybe we'll post a story of this video or this photo too on Friday or Saturday on our Not Our Finest Hour page. But what do you guys think would have caused that?
A
If you're looking at
meteor?
our not, you see that?
A
Isn't that
meteor?
crazy?
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Is it well, obviously it's hollow underneath. There's something.
Yeah, if you zoom in, it looks like right in the middle, it just keeps going.
Yeah. I see a cigarette butt in there.
Yeah,
A couple. Hmm. Yeah, you know what I
I've
like about the
never seen
second
that
photo?
before.
Hmm.
Like if it was an animal that burrowed, you'd usually see like a trail from somewhere. There's no trail. It's literally right in the middle of the patio and it's completely caved in.
Oh, but there could be someone buried down there, and then the coffin caved in because there's an air void in a coffin.
Yeah, but that's not big enough for a coffin unless the body was cramped into the coffin.
Child's
It's
Oh,
like a
but
coffin.
tiny little
it's
coffin.
only gonna collapse
An
part.
animal,
What you're
Someone's
saying?
buried
It's
dog.
a dead
somebody
animal.
buried a dog in a coffin, and
Yep, that could have happened.
that's a dog size hole.
I mean, if I'm
Dog
looking
size
when
though.
you look at this whole picture, this is 100% settlement from when they dug the basement.
Yeah, but it's not along the
Yeah,
foundation
it's not
line.
along
It's
the
I
just
foundation
know,
at
but
all.
I guarantee there was some void down there. Like when they dug that hole for that basement, they buried a bunch of plywood or something, and there was a void, and the plywood rotted, and then it collapsed. And it
yeah, could be.
probably happened way below where the landscaper dug out for the 12 inches of base.
So for somebody not looking at the photo, the hole is about 3 feet away from the foundation and in the middle of the entire patio. So
But I'm saying if you were digging that house, if you were building
I
that
know what you're
house
saying.
brand new,
Yeah.
and the grade was, say the grade was 3 feet low around the house, and there was a whole bunch of plywood and garbage and shit buried there, and then someone came and just pushed topsoil over top of it, and then they came and dug it out a foot and then put down the like this problem probably could have been avoided if they'd used the geotextile. You know, just
A
saying.
geogrid in the middle of their patio.
If there was a geogrid in this patio, and if there was a proper outlet for the permeable base, it also probably wouldn't have happened. Like
And
a
the
whole bunch of
pavers look
things.
about 5 years old.
Those are like Holland stone.
Yeah, but then they're weathered. The steps are Ed's chisel steps.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Lionscape didn't do the steps because the rise is all the same. So
There was no
no
cash
3 inch
rebate.
step on the bottom, no cash rebate.
So those are called Ed's chiseled steps, Mike.
Yes.
I would say this patio is a lot more than 5 years old, Mike.
You think so? I'm gonna guess 5 years old. I'm gonna meet with them on, I don't know, sometime this week, and
Okay,
I'll
I'm
ask
gonna
them.
say this patio is 10 years old.
10? I'm gonna say 5. Chad?
Chad, what do you say?
I'm trying to look if there's an edging installed.
It
Looks
looks
like
like
there's a plastic, eh?
I
But
don't
it's
see.
not coming up.
there's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
don't see.
spread on there. I don't know if there is like if you look at the corner, I don't. There's like I think this is patios. First of all, this patio is a stupid design.
Yeah.
Like this space on the other side of the stairs. Why wouldn't you have used that square footage to expand the fucking living area? Who wants that? Unless like who wants to? Because the space isn't big enough for the barbecue. The
Hmm.
barbecue's still in the fucking living area. Like that, all the space on the, if you're looking at the stairs on the left side of the stairs, that's wasted square footage.
Yeah.
Stupid design.
But it's better than having a lawn there. You know
Why?
what I mean?
Why? But I would rather have less lawn and a bigger sitting area.
Well, first off,
I'm not saying get rid of the square footage. I'm saying use it in a better way. It looks
the st
stupid.
it looks stupid whenever the steps come out half the door, regardless of whether they open or not. And that's what's going on there,
Oh
But
yeah, I see
Ed,
that too.
right?
I
So
agree with you.
patio door opens on one side. It's a full size patio door, sliding, likely, and it only opens on the one side, so you have steps through half the door,
Yeah.
which I will only build that for someone if I can extend the bottom step and make a flower bed around the side that doesn't open.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Why?
put a
Yeah.
fucking shrub there or something. Why? Because,
Just to balance it.
yeah, to balance it, it looks silly with just a short
What if
little
they
four
want to
foot.
put their barbecue there?
Well, it
Well, then
looks
I'll
like their
put,
barbecue's hooked up to a gas line that's already run there.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a gas line there.
I
You're right.
tried the ultimate hydration solution today.
What's
Ooh.
that?
Liquid
Uh,
IV.
no, the ultimate hydration solution apparently is mixing pickle juice with Gatorade.
Mm.
So I
Oh, I
bought
did
a
see that reel.
so I bought a individually wrapped pickle and I bought some Gatorade and I mixed it and I tried to drink it, but it was disgusting and I don't think it hydrated me at all.
Pickle juice is supposed to be the ultimate hydrator.
It is supposed to be the ultimate hydrator, pickle juice.
Yeah, get rid of those cramps.
Yeah. Pickle juice is supposed to crush hydration. Pickle juice and red Powerade. So it's hot pickle. It was a hot, spicy pickle, and it was cherry flavored Powerade. So maybe I could have done a better job on selecting when I mixed it, but potentially, potentially it's my fault for getting. So the video that someone sent me was a standard pickle, just a dill pickle and blue Gatorade, and apparently it was amazing.
Mm.
What do you guys think?
Our nursery sells pickles.
Like, what do you mean sells pickles
Like our plant nursery, they have their own brand of pickled pickles.
in a jar? Like you can just buy
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
individually wrapped, or you got to buy a jar.
No, you buy a jar. So you get a jar of baby dills whenever you're getting your hydrangeas in hydrangea season.
Do you eat them right away, or do you take them home?
I crack it in the truck. I have a couple in the
Are they
truck.
refrigerated?
No.
You a
Yeah,
big pickle person?
Uh, I'm not a pickle connoisseur, but I like a pickle.
I'm
Did
a
I tell
huge
you
pick.
guys
I'm a huge pickle
about?
guy.
Yeah, obviously. You're always trying those. You're always trying those. No, not in it.
I know
You're
what you're
always
saying.
trying the grocery store pickle or corner store pickles there.
Individually wrapped pickles, baby.
Individually wrapped pickles. Whenever I was deathly ill one time. I want to say about 10 years ago in my landscape career. Um, I had some flu or something, but I was new and I was under the impression that I couldn't take a day off because I couldn't take a day off because that's what landscapers did, right? And I missed one day of work, deathly ill, throwing up like crazy. I let my foreman run the job. And the next day I came back to work. We had two new guys, and I had to start them off on another job. And I needed something. Like I couldn't keep anything down, any food down. So I happened to be at the nursery for some reason, and I got a jar of pickles and a jar of honey. They make their own honey as well.
A
And the
jar of
only
pickles
and a jar of
and a
honey.
jar of honey.
And I couldn't stomach the pickles at first, but I cracked the jar on the honey and I was drinking the honey just to try and get some nourishment so that I could
Wow.
make it through the workday. Yeah. And like I just needed some sugar or something to make it through the workday without like keeling over and dying. I'd like to think that I'm past that now in my life where I can take my foot off the gas
Yeah.
if I have to take a day off for something as bad as that was. My God, I was sick. But, so
The nursery pickles saved
the
me.
nursery pickles and honey saved me that day.
And honey.
Yeah,
Hmm.
drinking honey.
Would you put honey in tea instead of sugar?
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. It always goes to the bottom though. You have to keep stirring it.
I've never had it. I don't know what happens.
Mm. One of my workers told me honey and maple syrup are 0 calories because your body can't absorb them or something. Your body can't process it.
Well, that's like celery being a
Yeah, yeah,
negative calorie food.
I don't think it's true. I think he's wrong, but he was adamant that honey and maple syrup don't count towards caloric intake.
Well, honey is completely natural. Maple syrup is just a bunch of sugar and sap.
But it's natural.
Yeah, but it's all
But
just
you have
boiled
to add a
down.
bunch of sugar, don't you?
No,
No, you
You
just boil it
don't?
down.
You boil it
Oh,
down.
I thought
Well,
you had to add a
if
bunch of
it's
sugar.
if it's yeah, if it's like
Aunt
pancake
Jemima.
topping,
Yeah. Like,
pancake topping, but real maple syrup is you take the sap and you just keep boiling it down.
Oh, interesting. Is that what dark maple syrup is? And then the
If you
lighter
want
you
to know
go
about
is
maple
more
syrup,
sugar.
my suggestion is that you contact Jeff Cunningham. He
Oh yeah.
taps the trees on his property and then he makes his own maple syrup. He boils it down the whole 9 yards. He's done tons of stories on it.
just
But I
don't
think
show them a video of you poly sweeping sand with a power broom.
well, absolutely don't do. Well, maybe he doesn't work there anymore. He probably doesn't give a fuck what you're doing.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe he does still care deeply only about what you're doing.
I doubt it. I haven't talked to Jeff in a while.
So we're doing this job, and it's amazing when people have never been had a problem with sand, how innocent they are. And like, so when we spec this job, um, we spec um, no co sand because there was going to be no way to compact this sand. So that's what we spec. Jordan from DPR and I. But then the sand purchasing of the sand got taken out of our contract. So a skid of or whatever this Dyna sand showed up. But then in the great flood of 2024, the parking lot got flooded and the sand got flooded, and there was parts of it that were hard. It was not usable. Well, I mean, we got to the debate of immediately I thought of the debate we had about is this sand usable or not. It was determined it wasn't. So then the people supplying the sand brought some product called Smart Sand from Home Depot and said use that. And then today they showed up with some Super Sand and said just mix it together. I'm like, these are people who've never had problems that don't understand the epic consequences of polysand and the amount of problems you can have because we're currently on our third kind of sand that's so and then but I will say this that we installed some super sand on not super sand we installed some smart sand on Friday and it was hard and worked great, so maybe we should all be buying super sand from Home Depot.
Super sand.
No, not super sand, smart
Smart
sand.
sand. Yeah, yeah.
We should all be buying smart sand, not super. Well, the super. We used to have lots of success with super sand, but because super sand was the original sand.
Is that like the pink
No, it's
peachy
like
stuff?
Alliance super sand.
I got
Alliance Gator
my
super sand. It's like the original Palmeric sand, not a G2, not all this other stuff.
oh,
But
my
back in the day when that sand was insanely popular was when everything was tumbled pavers with no bumpers. So no fucking sand really went in between them anyways. Like the problems with sand didn't develop until the joints got wider on every paver.
yeah.
If all you
We
did was install 4x8 Holland with like a millimeter of gap in it, no one would ever call you with a polysand problem.
My Antica jobs are holding up okay.
I do a lot of Antica and I rarely get called back for
Yeah.
border like sand shitting the bed on them.
That pond job that I did that I used to regularly have to go back to scoop out fish out of a filter. That was an Antica job. Completely Antica. And it's done really well.
Oh, I'm thinking
Well, we never had
velocity.
any problems with the driveway we did out of Squadra with the fans. There's a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
sand in that fucking driveway.
Oh yeah.
There was so much sand in that driveway that the reps showed up to help us put it in because they were nervous because that driveway had been on fucking Instagram so much. The have you had so is the pawn job like you're no longer under warranty with it?
No, it wasn't about being in warranty. Um, no, the pond had no warranty. The interlock and patio and fire pit and steps, they did. But for the most part, it was just to help them out, get them going with it. And I still charge them to start up the pond and close down the pond each year.
What do you charge for that service?
150.
That doesn't seem worth it.
It's worth it because I'm in the area constantly.
What if you weren't in the area?
If I wasn't in the area, no, it wouldn't be worth it.
What do you do for 150? I'm interested in this. What do you do for $150?
I pull out the dead fish. I clean out the filter. I pull out the pump. I put back. Oh, this is closing. No, but we'll do opening. So then I put the pump back in. I put the filter back in. I close the lid, and then I go to the waterfalls and I pull out the bile balls and I pull out the filters and I spray them down and then I put them back, and that's it.
What's a bio ball?
There's these mesh bags filled with balls that are supposed to be good for the pond.
What do they do?
They are designed to have a lot of surface area to hold on to good bacteria, I guess, and algae and anything that's good for the pond.
Have you
And
done
somebody
any?
who actually knows ponds will probably have a better definition of what they are, but that's what I know of them.
Would you do more ponds?
I would, yeah. But I would go in with a lot more letting them know like how much maintenance is involved with them. Because a lot of people have wanted ponds that I have talked out of getting ponds. Not that I don't want to do ponds, but I just let them know like there's going to be a lot of maintenance that comes along with it, and especially closing it and opening it and pulling the dead fish out of the filters, and
The bio balls could escape.
yeah. I've talked a lot of people out of getting a pond.
I have an inspirational quote here.
Nice.
This is someone
That's just ominously sitting in the dark.
Sorry, it's too far to reach that. We're moving next week. I have
Yeah.
minimal equipment here.
So this is a picture of a local contractor standing beside a Corvette, and standing beside him is a guy who's standing in front of a Lamborghini. And this was the quote that he wrote on it. You know, and I felt like it was deep. He obviously took some time to write this quote. And then he posted this on his Facebook, this quote. So are you guys ready?
Yep. Are we rating this 1 to 5? Can't use 3?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. How you surround yourself with will determine your future.
How you surround yourself with.
How you surround yourself with will determine your future. That's what he wrote and posted.
This person never surrounded themselves with a grammar teacher.
I'm like, if you're gonna make a post showing off your Corvette and your buddy's Lamborghini, I feel like you should pay more attention to what you're writing. How you surround yourself with will determine your future. Where do you rank that as life advice, Chad?
The way he wrote it, or
The way he wrote it.
the way he wrote it.
No, this is the advice he wants you to have. He put this out into the world. this advice.
And how he surrounds himself with.
How you surround yourself with will determine your future.
He's an idiot, this guy. I don't know who he is. Well, maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he just made a. Maybe he was
That's a simple
driving
mistake,
whenever
I
he
think.
wrote it.
How? Who?
He was probably texting and driving when he wrote it.
It should say who you surround yourself with.
He got the letters right. He
Yeah.
just jumbled up the letters.
How you surround yourself with. How you. I'm giving this a 1. I don't think this is great life advice.
Does this person offer rebates?
No, I do not.
Okay.
That person is not on my Facebook page.
Oh, I see.
That's my friend. I would apply for it. I don't know. I I don't I don't know how you surround yourself with. Um that's what I have. Did anyone ask any questions, Mike?
We have no questions because we didn't ask for any questions, but just some things here really quick. Last week when I said that was our 200th episode, it wasn't. Next week's our 200th episode. And last week was our 100th time meeting together. So that's kind of a nice piece of information there.
What does that
Our
mean?
100th meet, because some weeks at the very beginning we didn't do our worst hour. So our 100th meeting was actually last week.
When did we not do a worse hour?
In the beginning, there was like 3 or 4 episodes that we didn't do a worst hour because we just met for like an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go back to like the first, I would say 5 weeks, it was hit and miss whether or not we actually went the full hour. We didn't know if we actually could handle each other for a full 2 hours every week yet.
I feel that.
But now it seems we're on a good path towards 2 hours.
Never forget how you will. What's the fucking quote? Like,
how do you surround yourself?
Where's the fucking quote here? Like, this is a perfect moment for that. Mike just said we didn't know if we could last. So this quote is perfect. How you surround yourself with will determine your future. That should be the title of this episode, Mike.
Yeah, that's good. I like it.
How you surround yourself with will determine your future.
That's a long title, though.
That's fine. But
right.
It's getting the message out there.
It does.
So I'm glad how you surround yourself with you guys for 100 times.
You should put
100 times.
You should put the picture. You know how Caleb does those pictures for every episode?
Oh yeah.
You should put that guy's picture with his
with his quote.
Inspirational quote. So next week is our 200th episode. We have one SpeakPipe voice note that we can play. If you want to leave a SpeakPipe voice note, it can be anything: comments, frustrations with the show, favorite moment of the show.
Frustrations with the show.
Speakpipe.com/notourfinesthour. SpeakPipe. And that link, I'll try to put it in the show notes, but we also share it on our Instagram page, so you can do it right on your phone, nice and easy. Just gives us a lot to be able to reminisce about, and we can also reminisce on our 200 episodes next week. But we also have somebody that's submitting a video, and apparently it's really, really good, and they've been hyping it up to me for the past 2 weeks. So we'll have a video to show. And since we're all caught up on YouTube, that video will air the same day that the episode airs, which is nice. I have our even worse hour intro and outro ready. I don't know if you guys want to end on reacting to this episode, so that it actually plays for our 201st episode. Do you guys want to do that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So is this the outro music?
This is the Our Even Worse Hour intro, and then Our Even Worse Hour outro. So there's actually 2 here. Let me pull it up. And so I whipped this together pretty quick. So this, I would say the quality is not up to the same as where we are at with our first one. And while we're saying that, VIP NOFH is what you would use.
Has anyone used the code?
I hope so. I don't know. They don't tell us that. They'll tell us or they'll
tell
ghost
us.
us at the end.
Oh, they're ghosting us. 100% we're getting fucking ghosted.
Did we get a Airbnb yet?
We have not.
No.
I'm swamped right now. I got.
Well, that's what you guys were saying before we went on the air, that you guys were both saying that you were
Yeah.
swamped and busy and wiped out, and
Yeah.
like, is
But
that landscaping
I'll
stuff,
try to
Mike, or
do
is that all the shit you have going on?
Oh, it's everything, which is good. I'm not complaining, and I wouldn't want somebody listening to this thinking that I'm complaining.
Yeah,
so
fuck
it's
if people
definitely
think you're
good.
complaining. Fuck them.
All right, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. So this is our even worse hour introduction.
Time to check in with our lizard overlords. What are they up to? Well, this.
Is this the worst hour now?
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
Keep your expectations of this episode low. Starting the worst hour now, I feel like we've crossed into like maybe not great content hour.
Welcome to our worst hour.
You can never get enough fake flute.
Did you get a hold of his attorney? Are we allowed to use that?
We will see what happens with that. But did you guys catch that at the very end there?
Yeah. You play that again? That was good stuff.
Yeah, it's a very quick introduction.
Time to check in with our lizard overlords. What are they up to? Well, this.
Is this the worst hour now?
Are we done our first hour?
Yeah, we're into our worst hour now.
Keep your expectations of this episode low. Starting the worst hour now, I feel like we've crossed into like maybe not great content hour.
Welcome to our worst hour.
That was good stuff, Mike.
Yeah.
So
like
my
that.
initial idea before somebody sent us that flute playing and said that we should use it was to use the original intro music and then just to find all the different times that we mentioned, is this our worst hour? And just jumble them all into one soundbite throughout that entire thing. But I do like a short introduction for our worst hour, and I think that kind of fits what we're doing here.
Let's see what our lizard overlords are up to.
There is another version of that does not include Andy. So we'll see which direction Andy goes with his lawsuit and whether or not we need to implement the new version. But this, you guys ready for our outro?
Yeah, let's go with the outro music. Absolutely.
Let's share.
Let's go with the outro music.
Outro is even shorter, so
that's okay. People's expectations are low, honestly.
Ooh, thank you for watching. Yeah, those people run the world. They're so impressive. What a bunch of freaks.
I think that's a perfect outro music. Absolutely perfect outro music.
So that required no editing on my part. So that's nice.
I don't think it needs any editing.
I love how it ends on "what a bunch of freaks."
You can never get it. It's like, what do they say? There's never enough cowbell.
Yeah.
The quote, there's never enough cowbell. There's never enough pretend flute. You can never put enough pretend flute in a song, ever.
So what do you guys think of the intro and outro for our worst hour?
I think
we roll
they're great.
with those, or what?
I think we should roll with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we should absolutely roll with them. You know, I think they suit a post-Biden world.
Oh yeah, that actually happened right the day after that we recorded our last episode. The whole
Is that when he dropped
assassination?
Yeah, and then Biden dropped out.
That was just yesterday or a couple of days ago. That was
my favorite part about the attempted assassination is that, so every time something happens, all the people on the left side are like, "You're a bunch of conspiracy theorists. That could never be the truth." The truth is exactly what's portrayed. And then this assassination happened, and everyone on the left is like, "It's fake. It was totally fake. He faked getting shot in the head. Like, I'm like, it's all just a big conspiracy theory. And I'm like, okay, so now you're I felt like there was a big pendulum shift to conspiracy theorists being on the left when they all were. I mean, I've obviously follow American politics from afar, and but I felt like there was a big, and then like 3 days later, the guy resigned.
Yeah.
Or says he's not. Well, he didn't resign. He said he's not the nominee anymore.
Hmm.
And then he's been out of the public eye for, I don't know if he's been in public now, but he was out of the public eye for like a week or something. And they said he had COVID. But if he legit has COVID at 81, that's not a good sign for the guy.
It's not.
And he's obviously confused.
Is that not? Yeah. Not apparent for the
I
past
feel
few
like
years.
it was that's, yeah. And now they're like, oh, you got to elect Kamala Harris. I'm like, she was the number one contributor to covering up. Like, she lied about that so many times. Like, now you can't elect her. She was complicit in the cover up of a guy who is 81 and has dementia running the country. Or maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist now.
I think you're right. Like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna
What
do?
would I do?
What would you do?
Well, I would vote for Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
He's the lesser of two evils. At least he's honest about his fuck ups.
Yeah, he's
Like-
great for America. He's not going to be good for us, just because he's so good for America. Right? America
No.
first, which I don't blame him, but that means Canada
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
Because we don't have anyone going to bat for us, that's for sure.
No. Supposedly Christina Freeland's getting exited from her position as deputy prime minister.
Everybody but the boss, right? There's no extreme ownership there in the Liberal Party of Canada.
There is no
Extreme
ownership.
unaccountability.
Yeah.
Extreme unaccountability.
That's what I subscribe to. I like that.
Our government subscribes to extreme unaccountability. I've seen this meme where it's after Biden, and it's supposed to be like his cell phone, and he says Zelensky, where are you? Why is my money? What happened? Why did you quit? Because he knows he's not going to get any more fucking money until elected. 100 days from now, Zelensky will never see another fucking dime.
Yikes.
Zelensky. Yeah. Well, how long are we from an election? Like 2 years?
2025,
so.
October 2025.
October
A year.
A
Year
year.
and a bit.
18 months?
Hold on,
18 months more of absolute destruction.
Yeah.
I
Will
did
there
not
be-
vote in our last election.
Was that because of a protest or because you had other shit going on?
That's because I came home from landscaping and I looked at the line, and by my judgment, it was about a 5-hour wait. And that was at 7 p.m. So I said, you know what? I need to get up early tomorrow. My right to
I need to irrigate my eye. I need to irrigate
our polling stayed open till 2 a.m. in the morning. That's how many people were in line.
to vote.
What is KW vote?
No, this was Toronto.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Toronto
it was
only.
brutal.
Yeah.
And our vote would have been Liberal anyways,
Yeah.
regardless of my vote.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, they would have voted Liberal no matter what in Toronto.
Yeah.
No matter what, they would have voted Liberal. So you wouldn't have made any difference for you.
Yeah.
Or they would have voted NDP.
True. Ours is Liberal, but yeah.
Yeah.
May have been up there.
Fucking Justin Trudeau. He's going to fire Freeland and hope that raises him in the polls and then blame her for everything.
Yeah.
She's not above throwing women under the bus, that's for sure.
Oh no,
He's
or
done it before.
pushing them out of the way in the House of Commons, or
Yeah.
grabbing their ass, or having relationships with them when they're 13 years old and then giving them
Mm.
$2.5 million to cover it up. He's not above any of that. That happened too. Like Mike's face is like, oh, and I'm like, what? No, like legit.
What
He had
is this? Who was this?
Trudeau when he was a
Really?
teacher. That's how he got banned from being a
That's the
teacher. He had a
story, yeah.
relationship with his estate paid this girl's family $2.5 million. I doubt they did it for no reason.
Wow.
That happened. Like
Allegedly. We'll say allegedly, just in case.
Trudeau's is Teflon as Donald Trump. Doesn't matter what he does, he just gets elected.
Yeah.
Right. They were talking about that on some show where they were like, yeah, he had an affair with a porn star while his wife was nursing their baby. But that's on brand for him, so everyone likes it. Totally on brand for him. He's an everyman. It's just like everyman. I do like that, like the assassin that failed. They keep, if you go to all the media, the liberal media, they show a picture of him from when he was like 13 years old.
Oh yeah.
But the most recent pictures of him when he's 20, he's like dressed up as like some transgender person or something. But
Did you see all
none of the media is showing those pictures.
Yeah. Did you see all the publications that are on the left? The headlines were ex-president falls during it had nothing to do with shooting. And even the photo that went viral of him with his fist in the air and the flag in the background, they cropped out the flag. They erased the flag. They can't even crop it. They would have had to erase the flag. And that's the image that they put out there.
Wow. That's fucked.
Yeah.
That's so, yeah. I remember I saw that right after the assassination attempt, CNN's headline was Trump falls at rally.
Yes.
That was CNN's headline, Trump falls at rally. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's so blatantly, that's whatever. Our political system is just as terrible. Just as terrible. Yes. Well, it's 9:30, Mike.
Yeah.
And Chad has to go to bed. Chad, you have 4 minutes before you absolutely collapse.
Yeah. It's coming at 3 minutes.
3 minutes till complete collapse.
3 minutes. Again, just enough time to brush my teeth.
Enough time to brush your teeth. Brushing your teeth before you go to bed. You're a good man.
I think everybody does that. Yeah.
I water pick my teeth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
nice.
It's rewarding. It's nice.
Yeah, I could go for one.
Refreshing. It's refreshing.
If you use cold water, is it sharp? Like,
I don't use cold water.
Okay.
I use hot water because hot water also, this is such an offside conversation. Hot water also tends to break up any kind of plaque or anything that are on your teeth a lot faster. I don't use super hot water, but I do use hot water. So
get off any remnants of pickle.
Any remnants of pickle mixed with Gatorade. Try to delete that from my life as much as possible. That was a horrible comment. I've like eaten some, like when I had the landscaper poutine, like that wasn't a bad, which was cheesy's bread, meat sticks and hot sauce. That was better. That mixture of hot rods, you know, those hot rod pepperonis, the mixture of hot rod pepperonis, Cheetos, and Frank's Red Hot, that was a better combination than the pickle and the Gatorade. For the record, I can't imagine something being worse than the pickle. If you need hydration though, apparently it's the ticket. I would drink some water if I was you. Let me handle that pain for everybody of having to drink that. All right, Chad, you have to go to bed.
That's it for me.
That's the end of the episode.